Good afternoon, students. The previous class we have seen about the ABCD parameters and inverse ABCD parameters of the two-port network. Now we will see the topic reciprocity theorem. So before starting, we have to see the statement of the reciprocity theorem. What does the reciprocity theorem states? Reciprocity theorem states that in any linear bilateral network which is having bilateral impedances and active sources, the ratio of the voltage introduced in one loop to the current in the other loop is same as the ratio of if the voltage and current positions are interchanged. So in simple, we can say that if the voltage in loop 1 is V1 and the current in loop 2 is I2, then the ratio of V1 by I2 is equal to the ratio of V2 by I1. V1 by I2 is equals to V2 by I1. So we will see here V1 by I2 is equals to V2 by I1. V1 by I2 should be equal to V2 by I1, then the reciprocity theorem is said to be verified. So what is V1 here? V1 is the voltage of the loop 1 and V2 is the voltage of the loop 2 and I2 is the current of the loop 2 and I1 is the current of the loop 1. So if you see the ratio here, we are talking about the ratio of voltage introduced in one loop to the current I in another loop. V1 by I2 is equal to V2 by I1 is same as the ratio obtained if the positions of voltage and current are interchanged. Nothing but suppose the voltage is in loop 1 V1, then if you interchange the position of voltage from the loop 1 side to the loop 2 side, then it will produce some current in the loop 1. Loop 1 voltage will produce the current in the loop 2 as well as the loop, if you are shifting the voltage to the loop 2, then that voltage will produce some current in loop 1 also, that is I1. So if we see that ratios V1 by I2 is equals to V2 by I1 should be proved. Now we will take the circuit diagram and see how the circuit is being drawn for reciprocity theorem, and we will be easily explaining here about the reciprocity theorem. Okay. If you draw a voltage source here, plus minus, and here you are having impedance, and here one more impedance, and you can draw one more impedance here. Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4. If you see here, this is the voltage applied. You can see here that there is a loop 1 current as well as loop 2 current here. This is loop 1 current and this is loop 2 current. So this is loop 1 voltage V1, and if you draw here I1, it will be I1, and here it is I2. So this is figure 1, where we will see that the ratio of V1 by I1. What will be the ratio of V1 by I1? V1 by I1 is nothing but your some value it is some value, it's because we are solving the circuit here, V by I nothing but some impedance value only. V is equals to Iz, V by I is equals to Z. So here V1 by I2, V1 by I2 and that is equals to call as Z12 also, you can call it as Z12. V1 by I2 is equals to Z12. In the problems also we have seen some Z12 is equal to Z21, where the reciprocity theorem is verified, we have done already. So for that we are doing here V1 by I2 is equals to Z12, and it can also be called as transfer impedance. It can also be called as a transfer impedance. Seeing here this figure, the ratios are V1 by I2. Now we will draw another figure here. If you have seen this one, we will draw one more figure that is having the voltage shifted. Okay. Now if we again draw the circuit by shifting the voltage, if you are shifting the voltage now to that loop 2 side, you will see how it will be looking like the circuit. Previously the circuit was having the voltage here and the impedances were on the right side. Now we will be just shifting it. If we see here, this is Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 plus minus. This is V2 and here it is I1. So here the ratio will be V2 by I1. The ratio here will be V2 by I1, that is equals to Z21 also we can call it as. So here if you see that the ratio has been changed, that is V2. V2 means the loop 2 voltage and I1 means the response of it, the voltage what you are applying here, excitation, and what is the response you are getting here, that is I1. V2 by I1 is equals to Z21. Now previous circuit was showing the V1 by I2 and this circuit is showing V2 by I1. So the reciprocity theorem states that if both the positions of voltages are interchanged and current are interchanged, like V2 is here and now I1 is shown here. The previous circuit V1 was here and I2 was shown here. So we have to prove now V1 by I2 is equals to V2 by I1. This is Z21. So V1 by I2 is equals to V2 by I1, or Z12 is equals to Z21. Now we will verify the reciprocity theorem by taking one problem, and how that will be solved by using the KVL and KCL. We will be solving that. Actually Kirchhoff's voltage law, because there are loops here, we will be applying KVL, and Kirchhoff's voltage law, it will be telling that the algebraic sum of the voltages is equal to 0. So we will be applying that rule and finding out the different voltages and different currents, and we will be proving that V1 by I2 is equals to V2 by I1. So we will take one problem now. We will draw one circuit having the resistances and the voltage This one is a circuit which is having voltage and the resistances R1, R2, R3 and R4. We can give some values to this also. So V1 is equals to 10 volts, we can take V1 is equals to 10 volts, and here 2, this is 3 ohms. This is 2 ohms and this is also 2 ohms, and the current I. Now we have to find this voltage by this current ratio should be equal to the ratio of if the voltage is interchanged to here and the current is measured here, I. Okay, we want to measure V and this I, and later we will be finding the voltage, shifting the voltage here, and we will be finding V here and as well as the ratio of I2, as we already discussed. Okay. Now let us start the problem. So first we will do one thing here, we will be taking this particular V1 10 volts and we will be writing the current here I1 flowing from the loop 1 current, and the current will be flowing in this direction only, I1. And here if you see, there is no this current will be the loop current is here flowing in the second loop. Here it is a branch, here it is a branching occur. So what we do here is we will write here I1 minus I, I1 minus I. Okay, this is your current after I1 minus I, then the remaining current is going like this. Okay. So seeing this circuit, if we apply the KVL to the two loops, apply KVL to the two loops, then we will get the equations here. We will get the equations like 10 volts minus 2I1 plus minus 3 into I1 minus I plus 10 is equal to 0. That is minus 2I1 minus 3I1 minus 3I plus 10 is equal to 0. That means that minus 5I1 minus 3I plus 10 is equal to 0, and we can write here 5I1 plus 3 is equals to 10, 3I is equals to 10. Okay. Now we will be writing this as a first equation, 5I1 plus 3I, 5I1 plus 3I is equals to 10. Okay. This is applying the KVL to loop 1, and this is first equation. If you check it once, minus 2I1 minus 3I1 and minus of minus, it is plus here. So plus minus 2I1 minus 3I1 plus 3I plus 10 is equal to 0. Then by interchanging this one, minus 5I1 minus plus 3I plus 10 is equal to 0. So here the equation becomes 5I1 minus 3I is equals to 10. If we have taken this first equation of loop 1, then we will take the loop 2 equation. This is loop 2. Here loop 2 is given where it is having 2 ohm and this is 3 ohm here. So the current flowing in this branch as 2 and 2 is I. So we can write here minus 2I1 minus 2I1 minus 2I minus 2I minus 2I plus 3 into I1 minus I plus 3 into I1 minus I. So here no voltage source, so we can write is equals to 0. So if it is equal to 0, then minus 4I plus 3I1 minus 3I is equal to 0. Therefore, minus 7I plus 3I1 is equal to 0, or else we can write 3I1 minus 3I1, we can write minus 3I1, or we can leave it as it is. So minus 4I minus 3I, it is minus 7I. Minus 7I plus 3I1 is equals to 0. This is the second equation. This is the first equation and this is the second equation. So from this we have got two equations, and we can find out the value of I here. As we know the voltage already, now we will find out the value of I1. Okay. Now we have to find the determinant of these equations. Here it is the equation already given you. So you can write 3I1 minus 7I is equals to 0 also you can write. It will not have any changes, just you are shifting I1 this side and minus 7 that side. So this is also a second equation only you can write. Why? Because we are having this 5I1 in terms of 5I1 minus 3I, we can write 3I1 minus 7I is equals to 0. Now we will find a determinant now. To solve the equations we can do like this. So D is equals to, what are the terms here? We will be writing this first equation and second equation, 5 and minus 3, 5 and minus 3, and also here 3 and minus 7, 3 and minus 7. Now we will find a determinant for this. So we will have determinant is nothing but it is AD minus BC, 5 7 35, and here 6. So we will get the value here minus 26. D is equals to minus 26, determinant value. And then we will go for the D2. What is D2 here? We will write D2 is equals to from that we can see here 5, 10, this is 5 and this is the equation 5, 10, and this is 3 and 0. If you do this one, you will get D2 is equals to minus 30, AD minus BC, because you are having 0 here, 5 into AD 0 minus BC 30 minus 30. And if you get these values, determinant D and D2, now if you want to find out, you are solving this equation for I. For the sake of I, we are solving this equation. So this is the I is nothing but your second term. This is the first term, this is the second term. This is the first term, this is second term. So we are finding the second term here. So we are not writing the second term in this D2. We are not writing the second term in the D2. See in this, we are not writing the second term. This 3 and minus 7 is not written here. Minus 3 and minus 7 is not written. So if you observe this one, I is equals to, one simple formula is there, I is equals to D2 by D. D2 by D, that is equals to minus 30 by 26. Minus 30 by 26. So you will get around 1.1536, 1.1536. So that is the value of the current, 1.1536. Okay. Students, we have to not forget to write the amperes unit here. I is having ampere unit, and therefore now what is we have to do is we have to do the ratio V by I. We have to do the ratio V by I, voltage by current. So what is the voltage given? 10 volts, and what is the current given to you? Here it is 1.1536. So if you do it here, voltage by current V by I is equal to 10 by 1.1536. So now if you do it 10 by 1.1536, you will get the value of it as closely related to 8.67 something amperes, 8.67 amperes. Okay. If it is any decimal point, you can have the closer decimal point also, 8.67. Okay. Now V by I, what is V by I? It is nothing but the ohms, not amperes, it is ohms. Current is in amperes. Okay. This is 8.67, V by I is equals to 8.67. Now we will go to the circuit which is having the second loop now. Second loop now, onto the second loop side the voltage is shifted, and how that equivalence will change and how this ratio will be the same we will see. Okay. Now we are seeing this particular circuit which is having the voltage source being shifted here and 2 ohms, and the remaining circuit is the same, and the current position we have to find out the current here I. Now, so we will be finding the current I, and we will be seeing V by I ratio, seeing the V by I ratio, and we will check that is it the same as the previous circuit we have solved. We have got some value of that 8.65. It will be the same or not, we will check now, and we will prove the reciprocity theorem. Okay. Now let us see, we will write the equations. Applying KVL to the loop, to 2 loops. What we get the equations here are, first we will apply here and write the equation, minus 3 into I1 minus I, minus 3 into I1 minus 3 into I1 minus I plus 2I is equal to 0. That means that minus 3I1 plus 3I plus 2I is equals to 0. So, minus 3I1 plus 5I minus 3I1 plus 5I is equal to 0. We got the equation. Okay, we have got one equation, that is minus 3I1 plus 5I is equal to 0. By applying this loop here, we got the equation minus 3 into I1 minus I plus 2I, minus 3 into I1 minus I plus 2I. Okay. For this loop we got the equation plus 2I. So, minus 3I1, minus of minus becomes plus, 3I plus 2I is equal to 0. So, minus 3I1 plus 5I is equal to 0 is one equation, and we will get the second equation now. So, what about the second equation? So, applying the KVL here also. If you apply the KVL here also, we will get here 2, if you see the circuit here, 2I1, this one 2I1 plus 2I1. Why? Because the current flowing here is only I1, because the current flowing here is only I1. 2I1 plus 2I1 minus 10, like this direction. If we take this direction, it will become minus 10. Minus 10 plus 3 into I1 minus I is equals to 0. So, you know how to apply the KVL. So, by applying the KVL, we will get the answer here, like 2I1 plus 2I1, it is 4I1 minus 10 plus 3I1 minus 3I plus 3I1 minus 3I is equal to 0. Therefore, it becomes 7I1 minus 3I is equals to 10. If you send that side, it will become 7I1 minus 3I is equals to 10. So, this is your second equation. You got both the equations. You can see here the equations, 7I1 minus 3I is equal to 10 is the second equation, and minus 3I1 plus 5I is equal to 0 is one equation. Now, if you write the determinant of this the two equations, like you have to solve it for current I, D is equals to, so already I have told you how to write that one, minus 3, 5, 7, minus 3. So, I can write here D is equals to minus 3, 5, 7, minus 3. This is the coefficient of the I1 and this is the coefficients of I. So if you solve this one, you get the value of D. You get the value of D here, minus 3 into minus 3, it is 9. 9 and it is minus 35. 9 minus 35. What is the result of the 9 minus 35? You will write here. And you have to do D2 also. D2 is equals to, you can write D2 or the equations you can see here, minus 3, 0, 7, 10. Minus 3, 0, 7, 10. Because it does not have the I coefficient, it will be having the constant terms 0 and 10 here. This is 0, this is the 0 term, first equation 0 term here written here, and the 10 is the coefficient of this one, okay, 0 and 10, right. So we should write the values of this one. Now it is D2 is equals to minus 30. Why? Because AD minus BC. A, B, C, D is there, AD minus BC. Minus 30 plus minus 0. So you got D2 is equals to some value. And what is D? So already the values we have find out, minus 30 and it is minus 26 D, and we got D value and D2 value. Now we have to find only the I value. If you want to find I value, we have to just divide D2 by D. It is a formula. When you are solving equations, you can apply this formula by just know how the procedure I have told you. You have to apply like that, and you have to find out the I value. I is equals to D2 by D. So we will see now what is I is equals to D2 by D, what is the value it will be getting. As I is equals to D2 by D, D2 is equals to, just now we got the value D2 and D. So we will write those values D2 and D, and we will get the same answer 1.15 as the current. Okay. 30 by minus 26. Minus minus cancel, and you will get 1.15 amperes. I is equals to. And if the same thing, if you apply the voltage, that V by I value, V by I is equals to, what we get, what is V by I? V by I nothing but your voltage to 10 by 1.15, that is equals to 8.65 ohms. So the same value we have got. The same value we have got 8.65 ohms. Previously also we got the same ratio, V by I is equal to 8.65, and now also we got the same ratio 8.65. So it is approximately or completely equal to the same value 8.65. So some decimal points may vary, but we have proved that V by I is equals to 8.65 on both the this first problem and second problem as well as. This is not first and second. First interchanging the voltage. First we have done the interchanging the voltage to the right hand side, and later we have done to the left hand side, and we got the value as we have told that in the statement. The ratio of the voltage in one loop to the current in the other loop should be equal if the positions are interchanged. Already we have discussed the statement. The statement hence has been proved that V by I, V1 by I2 is equals to V2 by I1. So both values are same, 8.65 ohms. So students, we will stop here, and we will be winding up our topic, and tomorrow's topic we will be starting a new topic about in the two-port networks. Okay, thank you.